A man tells a tale to his son. Vibranium, the hardest metal known to man, was part of a massive meteorite that hit in the area of the Nile River's headwaters millions of years ago, having an impact on the vegetation. Later, during the human era, 5 tribes in the country of Wakanda fought for ownership of the vibranium until a warrior was guided by a spirit to find and consume a heart-shaped herb tainted with the metal. He developed superhuman prowess, becoming the first Black Panther. Of the 5 tribes, 4 bow to his authority while 1 seeks freedom. In order to create cutting-edge technology, the Wakandans need vibranium. They cut themselves off from the rest of the world after witnessing the atrocities committed by other countries. They concealed themselves and pretended to be less industrially advanced than a third-world nation. Prince Njobu, Sterling K. Brown, makes a promise in Oakland, California, to share Wakanda's technology with people of African heritage all around the world in order to aid them in overcoming their oppressors. Ulysses Clow, a trader in illegal weapons, is hired by Njobu to invade Wakanda and remove a stash of vibranium. King Chaka discovers his brother's misdeeds in 1992. He confronts Njobu, who becomes enraged and makes threats against killing Zuri, Chaka's devoted buddy, Forrest Whitaker. To save Zuri, Chaka unwillingly kills Njobu, and to keep the Wakandan people from finding out the truth, he abandons Njobu's son Eric. After Chaka was killed by Helmut Zemo, who was posing as James Barnes and wearing a mask, in the present, his son Chala comes to Wakanda to take the throne. He reunites with his mother Queen Ramonda and younger sister Princess Shuri, the current technical prodigy of Nigeria, after helping Okoye, the head of the all-female fighting group the Dora Milaje, free his ex-lover Nakia from an undercover mission in the Sambisa forest of Nigeria. At his coronation, Mbaku, the head of the 5th tribe, the mountain-dwelling Jabari, challenges him for the throne. The two fight in a ceremony, with Chala winning and taking the throne as the new king. He grants Mbaku his life. An ancient Wakandan vibranium axe is taken from a museum in London by a group commanded by Clown featuring Eric Stevens, also known as Killmonger, an ex-US Black Ops soldier. The young king is urged to bring the drug dealer to justice by Chala's companion Wabi, who lost his parents as a result of the dealer's deeds, when the tribal elders learn that Clow has turned up in South Korea. Clow will be selling the axe to someone at a secret casino in Busan, and Chala, Okoye, and Nakia intend to stop him. However, the scheme fails when Chala learns the buyer is CIA agent Everett Ross and Clow believes the transaction is a ruse. The transaction then goes sour, leading to a car chase and Clow's eventual capture. However, Killmonger manages to save Clow while he is in CIA custody. While defending Nakia during the assault, Ross sustains serious injuries. Rather than go after Clow, Chala takes Ross to Wakanda, where his sister Shuri uses the country's cutting-edge technology to save Ross' life. Killmonger assassinates Clow and brings his body to Wakanda as a sign, revealing to the tribal elders that he is Njobu's son and challenging Chala to the throne. In a ritual battle, Killmonger prevails and launches Chala over a waterfall. Killmonger executes his father's plan by assembling shipments of Wakandan weapons to be given to Wakandan agents all over the world after ingesting the heart-shaped herb to acquire the abilities of the Black Panther. After learning that Mbaku's men have located and are caring for the unconscious Chala, Nakia, Shuri, Ross, and Chala's mother Ramonda flee to ask for the Jabari's help. Chala, who was treated by a heart-shaped plant delivered by Nakia, leaves for Wakanda to resume his struggle with Killmonger for the throne, which was never formally resolved because Chala never passed away or renounced. Killmonger's claim to the kingship is immediately deemed invalid when he refuses to cooperate, and Okoye and the Dora Milaje turn against him. Killmonger, who is now sporting a set of Black Panther armor of his own, as well as the border tribe, struggle mightily against this. Ross, flying a remote jet under Shuri's direction, shoots down the planes transporting the weapons before they can escape the nation while Shuri, Nakia, and Jabari engage in combat with Wabi. Up until Mbaku and the Jabari arrive to support him, the combat does not go well for Chala's side. Ross, flying a remote jet under Shuri's direction, shoots down the planes transporting the weapons before they can escape the nation while Shuri, Nakia, and Jabari engage in combat with Wabi. Until Mbaku and the Jabari show there to support Chala, the combat does not go well for his side. This changes the course of the conflict. Due to sonic disruptions utilized in the delivery of the metal, Chala and Killmonger's combat takes them deep inside the vibranium mine, rendering their vibranium armor useless. Chala stabs his cousin as Killmonger's body temporarily protrudes through the cover. He offers to heal Killmonger while taking him to see Wakanda's sunset. However, Killmonger asserts that he would prefer to pass away in freedom because he knows he would be put behind bars. He dies quietly after pulling the dagger out of his chest. In honor of his loyalty, Baku was given a place on the National Tribal Council to represent his tribe, and with that triumph, Chala was formally returned to the throne. Chala creates an embassy in the US to be overseen by Nakia and Shuri, rejecting the isolationism of previous Wakandan rulers. Chala appears before the UN in a scene during the middle of the credits to reveal Wakanda's true nature to the outside world. Shuri continues to assist Bucky Barnes with his recovery in a post-credits scene.